is an awesome up-and-coming comedian. He just got back from New York at the Laughing School Comedy Festival, and he also spent a few weeks, a week or so in Portland at the Bridgetown Comedy Festival. And he's one of the most lovely men in the world. Jackson Banks.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this on, Jordan. And thank you, Nicholas, for making me look like a goddamn Boy Scout. Now, just allow me to restore the innocence and whimsy to the room. So, yeah, I have trouble complimenting women. It's very tricky because when you talk about someone's appearance, you might point out something they're self-conscious about. It could backfire. Like the girl I was dating was really short, you know? So I could never be like, oh, your legs are long like a model's. It'd come out weird. I'd be like, your hands are so small. You're soft and tiny like the Christ child. Dating stuff. I think dating's like especially tough for gay people because people with gay friends treat their gay friends like Pokemon. They're like, you have a gay friend? I have a gay friend. Let's put them in the arena together. For you older folks, Pokemon is the Japanese version of cockfighting. So. Please do your homework before coming to my show. No, it's funny, people don't think gays should be allowed to adopt kids. They're like, well, if the parents are gay, then the kids are going to turn out gay. But that makes no sense. Because what person in the history of the world that you know of based their sex life on their parents? Nobody. Like, no kid has ever been like, I can't wait to bang like mom and dad. Kid walks out on his parents, all right, Dad, yeah! Give me a little brother, you stud! I never got to see my parents do it, so I'm kind of fucked up. It was very harmful to my identity to not see that. Every Thanksgiving when they're in the same room, I'm like, Mom, Dad, this is your chance to make me whole. Please. No, it's tough. I broke up with my girlfriend recently. And yes! Single life is so easy for men! Yeah! And it's tough because I can't help but think like jealous thoughts about her with other guys, you know? And I picture her with the worst guys. Like in my mind, she's getting double teamed by Satan and John Wilkes Booth. I'm like, hey, Jack, and she's like, Jesus and Dr. King died for nothing. I never should have let her go. No, dating's tough. I don't like when men like blame their penis for all the awful things they do to women. You know, they're always like, oh, when I lied for sex, that was my penis. My penis was doing the thinking for me. I'm the opposite. Like, my penis is definitely the good guy. I'll be like, check out the rack on that girl. And he's like, I like her for who she is. I'm like, you keep it down there. You've got one job. I want you to date nicer girls, Jack. You poke where I tell you to poke. Doesn't cooperate. I'm like, come on, I need this. He's like, no, I won't do it. Well, it is a cute story, isn't it? My penis really does talk. I accidentally slammed it in the cupboard from Indian in the Cupboard. And then I put Frosty the Snowman's top hat on it. That's a second reference, combining with the first one to make one super reference. Yeah. I got a car recently, and everyone's giving me shit about it. They're always giving me gripe. So like, Jack, now that you have a car, you have a carbon footprint. You're doing your part to destroy the planet. Good. Mother Nature tried to kill us for 1 billion years. I want a piece of that bitch. She killed the dinosaurs. Okay? They were like, Mother Nature, please, this is a beautiful ecosystem. She's like, I want ponies now. Immediately. I drove around some rich people. I drove around some rich investors in Park City this winter for Sundance. And I gotta tell you, a lot of people say we're all human beings, but rich people, they are not like us, okay? They don't talk the same way, they don't think the same way, they don't express amusement in the same way. Like if a poor person thinks something's funny, they laugh. If a rich person thinks something's funny, they take out a small golden flute and they play several notes. And they don't do housework, they have half man, half goats to do that. Just man enough to have motor skills, and just goat enough to not know it's being taken advantage of. It's genius. Pure genius. I'm not good with kids. I'm not whining, but I do think that guys who have game are sociopaths. Because I had this experience. I went on a date, and I went home to my roommate who's like good with chicks. And he was like, how'd the date go, bro? And I was like, well, I told her I liked her, and I bought her an ice cream. How'd your day go? He's like, well, this one's a religious girl, Jack. Oh, religious girl? How do you sleep with one of those? Well, it's a process, Jack. First I show her some literature, shake her faith in Christ. The whole world comes crashing down. And when God is gone, I will take his place. That's how you get that pussy, right? Deicide. As I want to confide something to you, it's very important to me. In every man's heart, there's a sacred place called a spank bank. And the spank bank is a very special place where you put all the women that you can't have, and you access that database in the morning and at night and after lunch and whenever you have a free moment. And I'm a sick man. I'm addicted to the spank bank. I like the spank bank more than I like real women. Like, why would I hit on a girl when I already had sex with her at the center of the earth? Doesn't get much better than that. You know, like I don't even go hit on girls anymore. I just go up to them and I say, hey, you're in. And I walk away into the sunset. Now, the greatest thing about the spank bank, though, is like you can take all the women you couldn't have, like over the last few days, and you combine them into one super chick. You know, she can have the eyes of that hot librarian, you know, the body of that postal worker, and the head of a goat. It's not bestiality, it's just the head. Can a guy dream? Come on. I smoked marijuana before. I smoked some weed in Seattle, and it was awesome being in a place where it's legal. Like if you smoke weed here, it's pretty much not worth it, because it's so stressful. Like you go to the stoner's house and like, come on, the weed's on the roof, let's go. They got the pipe behind like a rotating bookshelf. And then they take you out in the desert and they cut open a dead camel. They're like, come on, we'll smoke it here, let's go. Yeah, I'm not attractive enough to have like one-night stands, but I do have stoner one-night stands. And how that works is I'm just on the train, I see a sketchy looking dude, I give him a nod, and then bam, we're smoking at his place. And we part ways, never to see each other again. And then they're always trying to like touch me after, like, we're friends now, right? I'm like, I told you I don't like to be touched after. When you touch me, it makes me feel like we're gonna merge into the same being. I don't need that shit right now. I think texting is a modern miracle. Texting is wonderful. It's a two-edged sword, though. Because never in the olden days were you going to accidentally send a dirty sex letter to your grandma. Like, you weren't going to be like, dearest Margaret, I'm filled with passion. Your two breasts fill the hemispheres of my mind. My address to grandma, send. Whoops, that's, like, it wasn't that simple. I had a bad experience with this. I asked a girl out once, and she said yes, and I got so stoked about it, I immediately started texting my friend. I was like, I asked her out, a fucking baby could have done it, let's do this. And then I sent it to her by accident. And I couldn't talk my way out of it, you know, I couldn't be like, sorry, that was some man talk that you heard. It wasn't man talk, it was nerd talk. They're two very different things. Your average frat boy's like, she's coming over later, I might get some action. Your average nerd is like, it's not so often that fresh meat enters my den willingly. Frat boy's like, don't do it, man, she's jailbait. Nerd's like, the crop is young, but I think I'll harvest early this year.
Oh my God.
You're having a wonderful time. Okay. Alright. Guys, I'm not the most political guy in the world. I know the ocean's really deep. That freaks me out. Like, that's as political as I get. Like, at the town hall meeting, people are like, gun control and pesticides. And I'm like, the ocean, there's stuff going on in there I don't trust. We gotta get in there, we're gonna kick its ass. I just want to make the ocean white and Christian again. I did a lot of reading over the summer. I used to be a big fan of the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, until I realized it's incredibly racist. And I'll tell you why. Willy Wonka sent out golden tickets to every continent, every corner of the world at random, and every one of those kids was white. The original title of the book was Charlie and the Aryan Super Soldier Cloning Facility. Didn't really fly after WW2. Alright. Nick thinks he's so abrasive, I'm about to get abrasive right now. I don't like walking home alone at night, because every woman who's also alone that passes me just assumes I'm a rapist. And she's correct, like when the sun goes down, men's eyes roll back in our heads and we become rapists in science. Like, ladies, if you thought that tampons were bad, you should try the anti-rape chastity belts that we have to wear at night. They're very cumbersome. And people are like, oh no, it's not men's fault, it's caused by stuff like drugs and alcohol. No, those were invented to dumb down the rape. Without drugs and alcohol, the rapes would be coordinated and swift with plans of attack. It'd be like Velociraptor rape. Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park walks in, he's like, the rape comes not from the front, from the side. And the other two orifices you never even knew you had. Yeah. I'm a classy guy. Like, when other men objectify women, they're really crude about it, you know? They're always like, oh, I want to destroy that ass. I want to tear that ass apart. I'm a lot more eloquent about it. I'm like, I want to start a new world order on that ass. All creeds and races will unite and live in peace. Money will be abolished. It'll just be a system of trade. I'll establish utopia. But because of my selfish rule, utopia will fall, and that ass will be destroyed.